So welcome everyone to Digital Chance. I'm Shalini Goel, one of your co-organizers with Dipesh Somani. Today we have Ana Urrutia from Madrid, Spain, who will be going to speaking about employee experience made easy, and we are too excited to have her here. So yes, over to you, Dipesh, to give a brief introduction about herself.
Sorry,
Sure,
what? Go ahead.
I think because we had a glitch in between, she paced it out too fast. So she said she's really excited. We are really excited to have you here and talk about employee experience. Now I'm going to give a brief introduction for Anna. Well, if you are into the Dynamics 365 HR space in the recent times, I don't think it's a name that needs introduction, but a brief one again of what we have agreed to share here. She's from Madrid, Spain. So we are now moving over virtually to Europe in our global BizApps weekend, and is the Microsoft Business Applications MVP and D365 HR practice head. She is an innovation enthusiast, passionate about problem solving and finding creative ways to improve business. She is the promoter of quality relationships and willing to generate daily impact in our day-to-day field of life. So before I would like to hand over the session, I would like to welcome her on a personal note as well because she belongs to the MVP family. Welcome and thanks to contribute to this session. And I would also like to mention that if you have any queries, please feel free to drop them in the chat window. We will either take them during the session if possible or during Q&A time. Thank you again for joining in and enjoy the session. Anna, over to you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you both for the introduction and for making sure I was doing okay and I was able to log into the session. So thank you very much for that. And I will start sharing my screen in a second. There you go. So here we are. Yep.
You just went on mute, Anna.
I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. Maybe someone muted me. I don't know. But first of all, I want to say thank you, not only for you and you both and people attending, but also to the entire community that is supporting and organizing this event, because it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of effort to put together an event as big as this one with people from all over the world and delivering sessions. So thank you very much for that. And of course, thank you to the sponsors that are supporting this weekend. I'm sure that attendees will take lots of new knowledge and they will be able to grow in terms of career-wise and community-wise in this weekend and making connections and networking with the people that is attending. So yeah, thank you for the effort you're doing by putting together this event. So yeah, what I will talk about today is employee experience. And as you mentioned before, I'm D365 HR geek. I kind of love the solution and I always loved because I fell in love with it since I started working in human resources. So for those who doesn't know, I'm gonna make my introduction, but before I want to share some highlights. So for those who doesn't know about me, I'm an HR, I'm functional. I come from the functional side. I worked in HR for most of my career, like recruiting people, doing employee development, and trying to understand how to make a company better by taking care of the coworkers and the employees. And at some point in my career, I had a very revealing time when I faced HR, Dynamics HR, and that was the day that I realized that I wanted to work implementing it and not working in the background anymore. So yeah, that was when I realized that HR has lots of things for made our employee experience very easy. So what I will share with you today is not only Dynamics HR, but I will also share about Viva and a bit of Teams and how that comes together and how that will help us to make employee experience better with Microsoft solutions in a known ecosystem for our customers. A second. So my name is Ana Inés Urrutia de Sousa, if any one of you just can say the two first, I'm happy with that because it's very unpronounceable for lots of people. I'm originally from Uruguay, South America, but I'm now living in Spain, as you mentioned before. So here it's like 8:46 in the morning. Okay, so this is me. This is me flying a plane. This is my introduction, and I want to say hello, and I want to stop here for a bit because I want to share where I come from and yeah, how can we work together if you need me. So my name is Anna. I already told you. I have a few things that I like to introduce when I present a session. I'm a cheerleader for almost everything. This means that if anyone is having a problem, is having an issue, it's going through a challenging moment in their life, I will be able to support them. But it's for almost everything. So there are some few things that I cannot tolerate, but the ones that I can, I'm very passionate and I try to be very supportive for my surroundings, friends, community members, and of course, co-workers. I'm also a psychologist, so that's linked. As you can see, I'm a psychologist. I decided that I wanted to work with people and ended up in psychology and working mostly for like organizational psychology. So if you talk to me, you're gonna realize about that I try to listen, try to ask questions. So yeah, that's my education, what I've done. I'm a Microsoft Business Applications MVP. As the introduction said, I received my award. I think it was a year ago, the 1st of December. I was luckily awarded by an amazing team, and I was nominated by my mentor, so that was great. And yeah, I'm working with business applications for a while, so yeah, I got that award. Is a very huge thing, huge accomplishment in my career. I already told you, but I have an HR background. I come from the perspective where everything is done by paper or in Excel, or we hire because we like the people instead because of they deserve the opening, the job. So this HR background helped me to now at this moment. This HR background helps me to talk to people and the people to talk to HR people because we share a common language. So if some of you are kind of functional and you know about your business, your issue with the issue of your customer, and if you can talk that language, that will give you a lot of advance in terms of trust and confidence and willingness to help. So yeah, being able to share a background with your end customer, it's very good. So I liked my path and where it ended. I'm a community member. I want to be honest, I'm originally from Uruguay, then I moved to Peru for a year and a month. And when I was there, I started developing and growing my community because pandemic started. And the fun part is that even when I was in South America, my community, my wider community was never there. I'm always connected with the people in the UK and some of the people here in Spain, but mostly my community focus is in UK. Something that happened, I didn't choose it. It's just how things turned. Yeah. I'm a future pilot. As you can see in the picture, I'm very happy. That picture, that's flying over the sea in Uruguay. This is something important that I mentioned in the introduction because when I joined, when pandemic started and everyone was locked in, we had a weekly talk with some of the people from the community, and the thing was that we got together, we have a drink, we discussed a few things, how everything's going, if you needed something. And one day we were having a talk with Chris Huntingford, which I know you may know, and he was asking everyone a question, and he was saying, okay, what do you like to do before your time is over in the world? And I kept thinking that in the back of my mind, and I thought about 3 things that I wanted to do. And the first one was playing drums. The second one was flying a plane or becoming a pilot. And the third one was falling in love. So as playing drums and falling in love were kind of complex, and they require having a thing in your life, in your yeah. I decided that I wanted to become a future pilot. So this might not seem related to me, but it's related to our amazing community and how community can help you to achieve or find something that was there always with you and you didn't know. So this is kind of an inspiring story that I try to tell. So maybe the community, it's this, we are together in a Saturday sharing some moment, but it's also supporting and there to help you know what's already inside of you, but you didn't know. Yeah. So with that romantic introduction and my picture there flying my plane, I want to say, hey, hello, thank you everyone for being here. This is going to be a good session. I hope you like that. You like it. I'm very passionate about my topic, so yeah, I want to show you a bit of what I love. So what we're going to talk today is about Dynamic 365 Human Resources. This is one of the solutions that I like the most in Microsoft environment. Some of you may know that human resources has been a pain in the last years, because we had talent before, and then we moved to HR, and now HR is going back to F&O. So the back and forth of the product team has been weird, but in terms of product maturity, is one of the best things I've ever seen, and is growing very fast in so short time. So they are doing an amazing effort, and they are doing great investments in making the solution better for everyone. So Dynamic 365 HR is a solution that will help us to solve all problems for HR departments. We have two solutions we have the module inside Dynamics Finance and Operations, and we have the standalone application. So if you already have a customer that is using F&O, you can of course use HR. You're already using it because you need like the HR structure for purchase orders and stuff like that. But if you don't need the finance side of the solution, of course you have the standalone application that is Dynamics HR, and it has a separate licensing if you wanted to buy it in the standalone solution. So what's going to happen with these two solutions that we have? We are replicating, and we have the different functionalities in both of them. So what's going to happen in the upcoming year or so is that we're going to have one only set of capabilities and functionalities within Dynamics HR that are going to be shared as well with finance. So what we have today in HR, it's going to be embedded, or it's going to be, the functionalities are going to be available in finance and operations, as well as some of the good functionalities that we have in finance, as expense management, time and attendance, and so on, that I hope that they move also to the HR. So the idea is to build a mature product, and they're doing, I know that the team product is doing all the efforts that they can, but yeah, this takes a lot, and they are going back and forward and reimagining the product as it is one of the solutions that from my perspective is trending. So I just realized I have an idea, so I'm going to write it down. Okay, great. But this session is not about what is Dynamics HR or what do we need to understand about the merge of the infrastructure and so on. So what I want to focus today, and we don't have much time to do it because of my issue with logging in, is what is Dynamics 365 HR. So for those who doesn't know what does this solution look like, we have this beautiful image picture from Microsoft, where you can understand how is the process of human resources. So we have, as you can see, we have employees, we have managers, we have HR pros, and this solution is one of the solutions that covers most of the challenges of the whole company. So companies handling, I mean, if you go to a customer, and this is kind of a trick that I'm going to share with you, if you go to a customer trying to sell human resources, one of the things that you need to know is that human resources department, they work very disorganized. They have several Excel spreadsheets, all there are stored locally, or they have solutions, but the solutions are like, I like to call this Frankenstein, but they have like 4 solutions that they are not connected between them, so they can't have any cross data report. They have no idea how to make that, and they have no budget. They have no budget, so it's a very hard customer. It's a very hard, it's a very high. It's a very difficult situation. So you need to deliver a solution that is easy to implement and also easy to understand for the end users, and it has all in it. So what is the pros of working with Dynamics HR? It's not only that you are going to be able to cover all these things that I'm going to share with you in a second, but it's not only that you're going to be able to cover this, but it's the thing that you are going to be able to work in an already known environment, because I'm sure they use Office in Microsoft 365, and they use Teams and they use Power Apps, so that keeping the human resources management in an already known ecosystem, it's going to be good for everyone. It's going to be even from an economics perspective, the investment is not going to be a pain. It's not going to be terrible. So yeah, what we're going to manage in Dynamics HR, we're going to start with the organization management. So this is the part where we can build our own structure. We can build our organization structure, our position structure, the company workers, and so on. So if you already worked with finance, this is kind of similar to org admin in finance, where you can add your entire company things, and then from that you kind of build your workflows and so on. So after you created your org admin and you created your jobs and positions, you're able to start hiring people and do your the employee profile, where all the information is stored and all the people it's able there to to share and to update the information. Then we go to manager insights. Here we switch from employees to managers, and the thing is that this solution provides a very good functionality that is manager self-service that I'm going to go through in a second. But this solution of manager self-service will help managers, of course, to own their own teams. And the thing is that if they own their own teams, they are able to do their work as managers. That's something that we always want, because if you talk to a HR person, and this is a second trick that I'm sharing with you, if you talk to an HR person, they will share with you that they are exhausted of following up every manager to do their actual work. So if you provide a solution like this one, you're not only delivering a very qualified solution to cover all HR problems, but you're also giving the power to managers to actually do their job. And that is something that is priceless. So yeah, I think this is a very good solution. Following up, we have the compensation and benefits. This is another module that you can use to, these are 2 modules. One that you can use to, of course, upload all your compensation and have everything there, fix it and variable, so it's kind of good. And of course, you have the benefits when you can enroll people, as the following step says, enroll people by some eligibility rules and so on. We have one of my favorite modules ever, that is leave and absence. In this module, you're able to manage all your leaves and all your absence for the company, and people from the 2-step previous, or managers and employees, are able to manage their leave on their own. So no one will depend on HR to ask for time off. Then we have, of course, as all Dynamics platforms, we have some analytics and Power BI reports, out-of-the-box reports. They're very good, and I'm going to share with you in a second. And then we have the extensibility, that this is something that if you put this topic into the table and you compare this solution with some others like SAP or Workday or some other solutions that are available in market, they're not as extensible. The extensibility is not as simple as extending with Dynamics HR and with the Microsoft environment. So yeah, for me, it's a winner. I think that Dynamics HR is kind of a thing that you need to know to add to your toolbox if you are trying to open wide your customers, your prospects. So I highly recommend you to give it a try and to start doing HR in your company or by yourself if you're an independent. So I wanted to share with you is this, but there's nothing better than going to like the actual solution. So what you're seeing in my screen is Dynamic 365 HR. This is my trial environment. Everyone here can have a trial environment if they want to. So my recommendation is go to trialsdynamics.com and then you go till the top. To the bottom, and here if you select request a demo, you can sign up for a free trial. I will paste it in the chat, so if you want to do it, you can actually go for it. And there you go. Okay, so let's go back to the solution. So here we are. What our topic for today, and we have only 30 minutes left, is employee experience made easy. So I'm going to share with you employee experience, employee self-service, and we're going to focus on this. So what you're seeing in here, what you're seeing at this moment, and this, of course, if you're trying to make your if you're trying to make your customers happy, and if you want them to work with another solutions, this is one of the things that I will show from the beginning to our prospects. So here we have an employee self-service, and this is my user. I'm a marketing executive in this company. Of course, this is Contoso company, and what I'm doing at the moment is I'm logging into my workspace where I can manage all the things that I want. So for example, let's say that I want to request some time off. I can do it from here. A new tab will open. I can select the leave, the days. I will enter the dates, and then I will submit it. Oh, sorry, I didn't. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so I think I broke something. There you go. So you're gonna do only here 8 hours, and then we're gonna submit this. And yeah, my boss will receive this and will approve it if the workflow is set up like that. So as you can see, this is very easy, and it's kind of simple because it doesn't require to go through email to check in another app. It's very simple. So let's say that I want to view my time off. Here I can see all the time off that has been approved. Here I can see all the time off that I've been had request. So you can see the day I've submitted, the status, the type, and so on. And finally, we have the balances. So here you can see, for example, how many days left I have for every type of leave. This is, I wish I had this amount of hours, but no, of course not. Anyway, so we are focusing on time off. And this is one of the things that I like because we implemented this in the company I'm working for at the moment, and this was not a life changer compared with a solution that we developed from scratch. So yeah, this is very good. But for example, if I was enrolled in a course, in a learning course, I was able to look at here. If I have any certificate, I'm able to log in here and see my certificates. Of course, both of them are expired, but yeah. Then we have our reviews, and our that's performance reviews. You know when you're gonna have it, and you can add a new one if you want to. You have your goals as well, and you can view your goals and make sure for example, I have a few goals that has been assigned to me during my performance reviews. So we have a few things that my boss assigned, and I need to make sure I'm accomplished them, and I can change the status or mark it as completed. And this will help me later on in my review to share with my boss how everything's going and how I did accomplish the goals that we decided. Then we have the skills. Here we have 5 skills. This person has 5 skills compared, and she has the skill, the level, and the level date. And there is always the need to some examiner to know, to validate that skills. So then we have the compensation. Compensation can be shown or not. So we see here that my salary is like this. We can manage attachments if we want to add any attachment into this space, like contract, documentation, resume, certifications, badges, whatever you want, you can add it over there. And then we have a few additional information in here, and you can add into these links whatever you like. So if you want to add some like organizational resources, you can add it in here as well. I'm sorry. I didn't have coffee, sorry for that. So you can add it in here as well as, this is something very cool that I learned recently. So you can add something like this. If you want to add an app, you can do this. You can add a Power App or you can add a website. I will add a Microsoft Learn. And we can save this, and then we close. And the cool thing is that you can add a tab in here. Well, this is always what happens when you try to do it online. But we can add a web page if we want to. So let me refresh this. I will try to add my page so you can see how cool it looks when you can add something. For example, what we're currently doing in the company is we are adding some forms that we want people to answer. We're adding here in the top, so they are able to to answer them. So as you can see, we have my web page embedded here in the HR workspace. So you can do this with, for example, some SharePoint list if you want to provide them. If you want to provide the org documentation and so on. So that's it. And then for those people that that has some reports depending on them, we have another tab that is called My Team. And here, as you can see, these people are able to, managers can see their reports things. So for example, I managed Benjamin, and I can see all information about Benjamin. I can see, for example, all the details. Oh, this is not working. I can see the positions that my workers have, how many years, the seniority, if they have the birthday and the positions that they held before, and so on. I can see in one page, like the salaries for all of my reports. I can see if they have submitted any requests and how their balances are looking like. And then we have, of course, performance goals. So if they have any performance goal on track or not on track, I can go there and make sure they're accomplishing it. The same happens with reviews and recruiting requests. This is a new functionality that I shared. So if you want to know a bit more about this, you can go here. I have a new post about how this functionality works. So what I wanted to share with you is that this solution, this module is a very simple module that you can show to your customers or to your partners, and make sure like they understand that they're taking. This option is not only for human resources staff, but also for managers, and to help them have an easier life in terms of management and self-management. So why for me this is important? Because manager self-service, because employee self-service, God, sorry. This solution is important for me because employee experience is one of the things that is trending at the moment. We all know that working from home, working from different locations, and working from remote is kind of a challenge. So one of the things that we need to do, one of the things that we need to share with our customers and with our colleagues is to make sure they're being taken care of. And employee experience is one of the things that is most important for that. So with all this said, I'm gonna this is the solution. If you want to know a bit more about it, make sure you ask for a trial, and yeah, you can do that very easily. I'm gonna check the chat to see if there's any question, and if not, I can follow. Yeah, there you go. So there are a few gaps that we have in Dynamics HR that we want to cover. So we have learning. We don't have anything related inside Dynamics HR. There's no learning. So what Microsoft recommended before is that if you have any scenario where your customer wants to learn, wants to manage content, the solution was to partner with an LMS solution. Now that has changed, and I will share it with you in a second. Then we have the care thing. We don't have anything where we don't have any insight where we can know a bit more about how's everyone doing. We do know how many hours they're working, or the position that they are developing, but we don't know how actually they're doing. And of course, we don't have anything about collaboration, because this is a management tool. This is management tool for HR and for managers, but we don't have anything where they can collaborate. So luckily for all of us, we have a new brother now, that it's Viva and Teams, a new sister, I will say. And Viva is one of the things that I think it's gonna make our life very easy in the future, because it's another solution that is already in the environment, that is powered by Microsoft 365, but delivered in Teams. And Teams is something that we all use, like we are using it today in this talk. It's something that it's part of our lives, and luckily Viva, it's here to stay. So related to these gaps that I told you before, Viva developed this I love it. And if you don't know this solution already, make sure you add it to your Teams. You don't need to pay a single cent for it. You don't need to subscribe to anything. You just Google into the apps, and you will find Viva Insights, and there you can have, like, let me see if I can do it right now in my here. So I think I have it here. So you can have it. This is the solution. Here you have Viva. You can log in how you're feeling. You can start a meditation if you want to, and this is a wrap up meditation that will help you to wrap up your day and make sure you're doing things okay. Of course, we can send prices for our colleagues. So we can book focus time, and we can follow up our tasks. So yes, this looks very simple, but it's something that we're not used to do. So one of the things that we need to start putting in a lot of effort is the fact that we are people, we need to be taken care of, and we have this solution that it helps us to stay healthy in our environment. So yes, that's it. This is Viva Insights. This is one of the gaps that we have fulfilled. Then we have Vivo Learning. I'm sorry, this image looks terrible. I don't think I have Vivo Learning in here. We can try, but I don't think I have it. Oh yeah, we have it. I know that I have it for my other environment, but I didn't know I have it here. So Vivo Learning is one solution that you can easily. I don't think it's gonna work anyway. it's one solution that will help you gather all courses and learning resources from, for example, Microsoft Learn, LinkedIn, of course, if you pay for that, Coursera, Harvard University, all the courses that are available, you're able to deliver them with your company, and it will help you recommend courses to your colleagues, bookmark content if you want to watch it later. Yeah, copy information, open in some other tab. But the thing is that you're gonna be able to open stuff from other you're gonna be able to learn from the same thing that you're collaborating with your coworkers, and you're also learning. This one is topics. This is a very nice thing, but I don't know if you have worked in any project, you know that working with managing the knowledge in a company is not an easy thing. And one of the things that we lack the most is to centralize all the information about a project. And the thing that this solution will help us is to gather all the information and key things about a project and about a topic. So let's say, for example, that we started a project that is about implementing HR in a customer that is called Contoso. So if we start that project, we are able to create a topic that is HR in Contoso. We will add in there not only who was part of the project, all the documentation, how did the project look like, all the key information for future coworkers, or if someone is on board in our company and will join the project, we'll be able to go there and easily understand what's going on. And then, of course, for internally to manage how the knowledge is distributed, that is very good as well. So we have this one. This one is one I didn't saw this yet. I'm sure there are lots of things out there. There are lots of videos and recordings and amazing people talking much better than me about Viva. But this will be Viva Connections will be a solution that it's going to be embedded already in Teams, and will help us to. It's going to be kind of an intranet where you can connect with friends, share things in the feed, trying to stay connected, share activities that are not 100% related with work. So you can be a person as well in your company and share, what's happening, what are the events that are happening in the company, birthdays and all that. So this is a bit about Viva. I am very excited and very looking forward to see how these solutions will gather and will make a very, very good employee experience, and of course HR focused companies. So I'm really looking forward to this merge. So with all this said, and I hope you like my session. I know I went through a lot of content. It's not that techy, it's more functional, but I hope you have some getaways that you can use in your day to day. So here you can find me. I think that if you scan this, you will go to my webpage. Let me see. Yeah, thank God. But that's my blog, that's my LinkedIn, that's my Twitter. Feel free to reach out. I'm always there to reply, to answer questions. So if you have any questions about not only HR or this topic that we're sharing today, but if you if you want to talk about mentoring, if you want to know a bit more about getting involved with the community, if you need some guidance and you want to me to help you, I'm super happy to do it. It's part of my energy. So that's it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing my part of your Saturday with me. Very glad I started my day with you, everyone here. So that's it. We have a few minutes. We have like 10 minutes. If there's any question, we can feel free to ask. And if not, I think we will wrap up.
Right. Thank you, Anna, for your wonderful session with us. and
Thank you very
sharing your
much.
details with us, and very early on a Saturday morning. Thanks for that bit as well. And thanks for the course correction. I know you're preparing for being a pilot now. So yeah, you are in Uruguay right now, and you're connecting from the South American continent. So we traveled till there virtually in the first 5 hours itself. And thank you also for we were trying to plan that if due to the glitch if we have to tell the next speaker about the timing. So thank you for covering it up for us. And if we didn't see any queries in the chat window, if there are any queries, you can feel free to put it on the chat window and we'll take it up with Anna. Otherwise, that's it. A lot of new learnings, and as she said, she's very approachable. If you want to be mentored into the community and want to see how to grow with the community, another MVP there for you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And yeah, see you soon.
It was a great session, Anna.
Thank you very much.